What up, guys? Annie Tier Guild Forever. Going to be doing a brief little review for Kamen Rider 01, the movie Real Times. I wonder why it's called Real Time. But so first off, before I get into review, I gotta get into my shameless spiel. Remember, hit that like button, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and watch the video from beginning to end so we can finally hit that YouTube monetization. We have the subs, we just need to watch time. So please, I'd appreciate if you guys watch the video, or at least watch as much as you can. And I mean this video here, the redirect, the YouTube video, this one. So, but at the bare minimum, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, or if you don't want to watch the video period, if you can just leave a like, before exiting out of this video, that is more than enough for me. So yeah, either or is fine. Besides, you want to get that like sub so we can get another. Well, then again, I'm not sure which movie or whatever I need to say related to 01. However many more I need to, or like, no, I want to see as much as I can before we get into a brand new series. So yeah, I definitely appreciate it. So remember, guys, get those likes up, 20 likes or more, so we can get Kamen Rider 01, whatever is left over. Also, I wanted to mention, a few of you kept asking me, like, you want me to see Revise, you want me to see Gaim. Unfortunately, though, guys, there can only be one winner, and the winner is going to be the series I will be continuing next. And right now, it's looking like it's going to be Gaim, so Gaim is going to be the one. The only way I can probably fit in the new series, which is Kamen Rider Revise. So again, this is just a proposition. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I will, if with enough people that are interested, I'm willing to do it. Okay? Again, doesn't have to be done. Right now it's just talk. But if I can get a few people, like at least a bare minimum of 3 to 5 people that want to do it, I'll be like, all right, cool, I'll do it. So this is my suggestion. Gaim is going to be the series I'll be reacting to here on the YouTube channel. And then while I'm doing that, I can be reacting to Revise, but I'm going to be uploading it on my Patreon. Link to my Patreon is in the description below. So if you want the link for my Patreon, it's in the description below. So yeah. I would do it there, because here's the thing, guys. Some of you may not understand this and be like, oh, you're just doing this because you want people to go on your... It's trust me, it's not as simple as that. Really understand this. Me, because for those of you that don't know, I use Mega. I use Mega as the source for redirect for you guys to see the full-length reactions. So yeah, that's what I used to upload here as redirect links for YouTube. But if I were to do both Revise and Gaim at the same time on YouTube, do you have any idea how long that would take to upload on Mega? It takes forever. Just 3 episodes of Kamen Rider 01 takes about like quite a few hours, actually. Like this movie right now, it took a few hours for it to finally be finished uploading. It took a while, actually. So imagine how long is it gonna take doing both Kamen Rider 01 and Kamen Rider Gaim, as well as Kamen Rider Revise. Some you may say, well, you can do it certain days Gaim and certain days Revise. Again, it's not that simple, because I have other series I need to be reacting to, and if I do, that'll slow the process down for other series. That means it would basically just cover purely Kamen Rider on the channel. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of people would like that, to where I only cover Kamen Rider, but here's the thing. I cover more than just Kamen Rider. I cover anime series, Kamen Rider, live action series, movies, anything related to reactions. Well, most things I cover here on the channel. And this is my proposal, and this is the reason why I'm proposing that I put it on Patreon. The links I use on Patreon are not mega links. They're Google Drive links, and Google Drive links, oh my god, it is so easy to upload there, because it's fast. Like, they upload very fast. So and Probably someone's going to ask me the question, then why don't you put the redirect links to Google Drive links here on YouTube? Because YouTube and Google are partners. If I put those links in the description, I'm going to get a copyright strike. And trust me, I've done this before. I had another channel before this one many years ago, and that channel got deleted because I did that and other things as well. So I'm not about to risk my channel. I did it before and I paid the price. I'm not doing it again. So Patreon is the best bet because I don't have to make a redirect link, so that's already saving time. I just have to react to it, upload it on Google Drive, which will take like less than 20 minutes or about 20 minutes. And then from there, put it on Patreon. It's fast, boom, you get it straight up right away. So that's why, in my opinion, like, yes, it does help my Patreon, but at the same time, the point is, it makes it so much more convenient for me. I can actually be reacting to Kamen Rider Gaim and Kamen Rider Revice at the same time. And no, it won't be something like, oh, it'll be on the poll. No. If I can get 3 people or more to agree to my suggestion, I will be uploading Revice on Patreon daily until we're caught up. Unless you guys want to do it no, Gaim won on YouTube, so it's fair for it to go on YouTube. Okay. So that's my proposal to you guys. If you like that proposal and you actually want that to happen, we can make it happen. Again, you guys just need to let me know. Do you want Kamen Rider Revice to be on Patreon? That way you can see my reaction to Revice and Gaim at the same time. That's the only way I can do it, and it's the only way how I can get it up at the same time. So I can be uploading Revice and Gaim at the same time at the same day. So if you guys willing to do that, then I'm willing to provide you with the reactions. And if you're wondering, well, how much is it gonna be to pledge on Patreon? Just $5. $5, and you pretty much have access to everything on Patreon. Voting, other reactions, Kamen Rider, Revice, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's my suggestion if you guys want Revice and Gaim at the same time. That's the only way I can do it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait until I'm through with Gaim and everything related to Gaim. So that's my proposal. Again, if 3 people or more want to do it to where like, hey, I don't mind pledging on Patreon. I don't mind pledging out. If we can get 3 people or more to agree to pledge on Patreon, I got you covered. I'll record Revice and Gaim. Gaim being on YouTube, Revice being on Patreon. Okay? That's my suggestion. And that basically ate a lot of the video. Jesus Christ, I haven't even talked about the damn review yet. Okay, let's cut that crap out and just get into the review. So, now, talking about the movie itself. Holy freaking crap, dude. This movie was dark, and I know I've said that before in Kamen Rider, but this is probably the epitome. I can see why this movie became a movie instead of part of the series itself. Dude, we got into hell. Freaking, for God's sake, Zero One had an evolutionary form where it's called Hell Rising Hopper. The hell form, the evil form, the satanic form of Rising Hopper, and that was dark as all bloody hell. No pun intended. I don't think I think that's probably the peak of Kamen Rider when it comes to being a dark series. That's probably the peak. But I will admit, it was amazing seeing Izu as Kamen Rider 02. Honestly, in my opinion, that fits. Izu should stay as Kamen Rider 02, while Aruto remains as Kamen Rider 01, which is actually the realizing version. So, by the way, curious. I know a lot of people are saying that 02 is actually the superior form, but what about realizing Hopper? Isn't realizing Hopper like the is like the form above 02? Maybe? I'm just curious, which form is stronger, 02 or 0 realizing? Again, not the basic one. I'm talking about the realizing Hopper version. So that's the one thing I'm very curious about, because it's a very interesting topic. But Eden, though, Jesus, I get his motivation. I understand why he did what he did. But buddy, if you want to see your girl, you don't have to take it out on the whole world. Yes, I get it. You wanted to make a world for you and her so she doesn't feel alone, and not just with you. But at the same time, you can't force people into basically dying and becoming nanomachines in this world. Becoming digitized, essentially. You can't force that on them. So the man was really actually about to cause Armageddon. The good thing is that Aruto managed to stop him in time, but even Aruto tried to control the Hell-Rising Hopper form, and even he couldn't successfully do it. He was even completely under the influence of wanting to destroy, wanting to be tempted by the lust for destruction. And I was almost worried that he was going to lose himself to it, just like the Arc 1 or Metal Cluster. Thank goodness Izu came in, and it turns out Izu wasn't dead. She was just becoming one with the Zeya. And I'm assuming, I'm not sure if it's 100%, but the old Izu has merged into the new Izu, right? So now we basically got the Izu we used to know back. I wonder how many times I'm gonna say Izu before it becomes a drinking game. But it was still great to see everyone working together. Everyone that was once enemies are now comrades working together for a common goal to take down this psychotic bastard. But it was definitely awesome, though. I wonder what other movies or specials are available for Kamen Rider 01, because again, I want to see all of them. I don't want to miss a damn one before going into any other new series, because again, me personally, Kamen Rider 01 is probably my #1 favorite Kamen Rider series at the moment. Before then, I think it was W, and W was good. It was good, but 01 took it to a whole new level. I'm very curious. To some of you, I'm sure nobody really was bothered by it. They probably took it as face value, but because this got into hell, almost satanic worshipping, if you really think about it, hopefully nobody was bothered by it. I mean, me, for those of you that don't know, I'm Catholic, but regardless, I still love the movie. Even if it had sensitive topics, that still doesn't warrant me not watching it or being bothered. I thought it was a fantastic movie, because I don't mix religion with anything that I enjoy, regardless of a series. No, I don't do that. That's personally, I think that's dumb. But either way, to each their own. But I thought it was fantastic. I thought it created an element into the series to where it made it darker than it originally was. Also, the Ark was mentioned here, but I noticed the Ark never really made an appearance. It was referenced, but it was never really made an appearance. As well as Azu. Azu was here, but she was randomly no longer here. So what happened? Is Azu still looking around like the Boogie Woman or whatever? She's just here one moment, and next thing you know, the girl is completely gone. So I wonder, because I feel like as long as Azu is still around, as well as the Ark, this battle is never going to end. So they do need to do something about the both of them. I'm hoping that whatever movies, specials come up next, we'll have that resolve, or maybe it's still in the process. Because I do notice there's a lot of team ups with other Kamen Riders within the same universe. But yeah, I gotta say though, it really, for me, I felt like a superly huge fan servicey kind of movie, because I do appreciate all the new forms, all the forms we used to know, all in one. Also, I feel like the movie should have been longer, but for the length of the movie and how it was, it did a good job. It did a good job, honestly. And I have to say, by far the creepiest and by far the most disturbing henshin has to be Eden, Eden the Kamen Rider. Bro, when he henshin, he's bathed in blood. His hell rising impact, or however you say it literally creates a pool of blood. And then pretty much Sand Coffin, Naruto reference for those that don't know, Sand Coffin the enemy. And I'm here thinking like, what the hell? This crap, this is dark as heck. But I like it. It's fantastic. I don't know. Some people may call me sick for it. Well, I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I personally like when extremely dark elements are implemented into a series, whether it's anime, whether it's live action, or whatever. I personally feel like it gives us a very engaging, holding your hands to your seat kind of feel to it. It always makes the story much more interesting because, let's be honest, we do like a Kamen Rider, but we don't want to see just Boy Scout situations all the time. Come on now. We like a little adrenaline here and there. But yeah, Eden's Kamen Rider form was by far the most disturbing. The world was literally about to end in 60 minutes. But then again, actually, now that I think about it, maybe that's why it was as short as it was. Because really think about it. It was 60-minute countdown for the end of the world. The movie was finished within an hour, slightly over an hour. So, in my opinion, it fit into the premise of the movie, and I gotta give credit to that. Despite it being short, it stayed true to the material of the story, and you can't help but respect that. And yeah, I was honestly thrilled. Low key though, I'm a little sad because after this we don't really have much left regarding to 01, especially since this probably is for a long while until something else crazy comes along. My favorite Kamen Rider series to date, Aruto, is by far a fantastic Kamen Rider, an amazing character, very driven for his goals, leap towards a dream, as one would say. And Izu, let me ask you this, to those that watch this series, I'm pretty sure quite a few of you here and there ship Izu with Aruto, or you don't. Let me know. If you were to ship Aruto with anyone, who would it be? And I'm pretty sure most people are going to say Izu. If you don't, have we been watching the same series? And people might give the excuse, but it's a I don't give a damn if it was a damn android. I feel like that's the same thing. Hey, if the feelings connect, all I gotta say. So, I don't know, it's just a random throw-in I like to put out there, because I feel like the series did a good job in connecting the two characters together, but they never really exploited that aspect, but it's fine, I don't really care. It's a Kamen Rider series, not a freaking soap opera, so it doesn't matter. It's just a nice thought to have in mind, whether you guys ever thought it or not. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's basically it. Ease was a psychopath, but in the end, he got the wedding that was long overdue, and it turned out to be a happy ending for him, despite everything getting shut down. And honestly, most of these bastards just trying to end the world are just a bunch of snot-nosed kids locked up in their mother's basement. Like, what the fudge? That's accurate. No wonder they want the world to get blown up. But yeah, so hashtag. What do I want as the hashtag? Hashtag we are Kamen Rider. Hashtag we are Kamen Rider in the comment section down below. That way it tells me you watched this video from beginning to end. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this movie as well. Can't wait to see whatever there is left before I get into anything new. Again, just let it be known in the comment section down below what I have to see next. Again, I have that proposal. It's still on the table, guys. It's just up to you whether you want this to happen or not. Either way, Gaim is going to be the next series I upload here on YouTube. But if you want Revise to go up at the same time as Gaim, Patreon. That's the only alternative I can give you to where I can have both Gaim and Revise at the same time. If you can do that, we're all good. And some of you may think also like, what about when when Revise is fully caught up, then what then? I'll just add another Kamen Rider series to the mix, regardless of what it may be. Anyway, that's it for me. Peace. I'm out.